Hey everyone, how you doing? It's Phil Wilkins, host of the BYA podcast, and I am excited that you are here today. I've got some gear on. I'm ready. We're going to talk about how do we overcome the challenges of being a business owner and kind of going through that lift stage where we just reach this point of I need a break. And you know what? It happens to all of us. And so none of us are immune. And typically, this show is going to be a little different today because I normally have a guest on the program and I'm talking to them about their journey. To be honest, I normally talk about what are some of the challenges that you've had to overcome in order to get to where you are. But I'm hearing some feedback that, you know what, we want to hear from you. We want to hear a little bit more from you, Phil, and have you talk about your journey and what you're experiencing today, because I am kind of going through a lot of changes in life. And so I thought I would just kind of, share with you, hey, you know what, maybe you're going through it like I am, and occasionally you kind of get stuck. And you're just like, what do I do next? How do I get, how do I move this forward? And so that's what we're going to talk about. It will be shorter today. This program is going to be a little bit shorter in length, but I hope it is makes an impact just the same. Before I get into it, I want to thank my sponsors, Attaboy Vans. And I'm going to ask you, if you're in the NEMT space, make sure you go and check out attaboyvans.com or reach out to me and say, hey, look, can you connect me to Attaboy Vans? I'm more than happy to do that. They're great people there, and they are really helping the NEMT business and the entrepreneurs that are in the business get great vehicles at great values and allow you to do the work that you've been chosen and destined to do. There was a research study. I put my glasses on now, so I'm serious, right? But there was a research study recently by Harvard Business Review, and it showed that optimistic sales professionals outsold their peers by 56%. And it was based off of the research by Martin Seligman, the father of positive psychology. And I wanted to reference that, where the impact of a positive mental mindset for an entrepreneur or for a sales professional is more than just catchy words or a catchy phrase. I mean, the research is clearly showing that positive mental outlook helps sales professionals and business owners outsell their colleagues and peers by 56%. That is real measurable money. And so when you are coming into a situation where maybe not every sale is a winner and maybe your closing rate's not where you need it to be, it's critical that we stay positive. And so that was the first thing. What happens when you are on this journey and you have hit a wall? Number one, stay positive. You are doing the right things. You have to obviously do your research and look at your numbers and look at your sales and your approach and those kinds of things. But it's important to maintain a positive mental outlook. And how important that is, for your long-term success. And just keep that in mind, that you always want to have that positive mental outlook. The second thing is, if you're going through it, and sometimes, we just do need to step away and take a little break. And there's nothing wrong with setting a scheduled break on your schedule. I am so happy, and I've been so blessed that we have kids. My youngest son played lacrosse in college. And so for me, it was a matter of, can I sprint Monday through Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? I know I'm going somewhere to watch his athletic events. And for me, that was a big release. That was just like, okay, I'm away. I can breathe. I can think in the car or on the plane. And I loved watching them compete. That was something that I loved to do. And so there is nothing wrong where, if you have a passion outside of your business and you are just at that point, at that breaking point, there is nothing wrong with stepping away for a little bit. I kind of attribute it in many ways to a painting. If you have a painting, if you have a drawing or something like that, and it is close to your face, if we just have it right up here, I can't see all the details and the intricacies of that painting. But if I back it away from my face, now all of a sudden it becomes more clear and I can see more clearly. Work, life sometimes is the same thing. If we are deep into it, we can't see it. If we're stressed out, it's hard to make great decisions. So if we can get away and schedule some time to take a break, go to the ocean, look at a sunset, walk, put your toes in sand, put your toes and your body in water, go to a kids lacrosse game or football game, something that gives you pleasure and release. And it's legal. But just, whatever it is, get away and just relax. Just relax and think positive thoughts. And you know what? You're going to come back and you're going to feel better than ever. And then the final thing is this. Is there an opportunity for you with your existing clients? Maybe we're not getting as much sales as you would like. Maybe the business isn't growing as fast as you would like. Is there an opportunity for you to go even deeper with those relationships and add more value to the people that you are currently serving today and ultimately generate more revenue and wealth for yourself? I was talking to my coach about this a number of weeks ago, and she even said, Phil, entrepreneurs on average add tremendous value to their clients. This creates additional work potentially for you as the business owner, but it also creates additional revenue for you. And I just thought that was so smart, and it just kind of made me pause and think like, I have these clients. Are there additional ways that I can add value to my existing client? And at the end of the day, having an existing client is a lot less expensive than recruiting a new client and onboarding a new client. And it's a lot easier because they already know you. They already know your work ethic. So think about different ways that you can add value to your clients and talk to them, and ask them for feedback. And so when you find yourself stuck, just 3 simple things could really springboard you into the next level, into new opportunities, and kind of get you out of this rut, if you will, right? So number 1, maintain that positive attitude. It works. And it's so important. You are doing great. You are worthy. You are more than capable, and you are killing it. And just wake up every day and tell yourself that and go to work and dive in and BYA, bust your ass, right? And just stay focused every single day. Number 2, schedule small breaks. Schedule a vacation, schedule a small getaway. Go do something that you really love doing. And, take a little bit of pressure off, and it's okay. Give yourself some time and then step back into it. And then number 3, go deeper. Go deeper. There might be something else a different way that you can add value to your client by just going a little deeper than you ever have before. But I think if you do these 3 things, you will get back on track. You will get back on track. It's all going to work out in your favor. And I think, maybe even the 4th thing, have faith. Have faith. Being an entrepreneur is really a journey. A faithful journey. And believe me, I have been in numerous situations where I was wondering, how am I going to make payroll? How am I going to pay food bills or whatever else when I was in the restaurants? And sometimes the only thing I really had was faith, and it pulled me through. And so if you have a little bit of faith, I would say at number 4, that can go a long way. So finally, at the end of the day, do these 4 things. and I think you're going to be in great shape. Once again, visit our good friends at Attaboy Vans. Hey, if you like this, please share, subscribe, and I hope this was beneficial, and I can't wait to see you again. Take care, everyone. Have a great week.